Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Rita. I hope you all are doing well. So is it a thing now for men hitting women to be totally acceptable in society? Is this a thing? Where have I been? How long has this been happening? Let's talk about it. So there was a story out of Chicago. There is a man who is arguing with a woman in a gas station. And the argument escalates and he starts, the argument escalates and he literally pummels this woman. Now, after being pummeled, mind you, the reason we're seeing this is because there are multiple people filming. Okay. The guy leaves. She chases after the guy, starts throwing stuff at the car. Another guy comes out and as she's walking off and drop kicks her in the back. What is going on? When did it become okay to hit women? Okay, now I saw another video of course, on Spirit Airline, of a Spirit Airline employee basically tackling a passenger to the ground.
It's all on camera, sweetheart. You touched me.
But you in my personal space. You're in my personal space. Stay out of my personal space. She's touching me. She's touching me. And I'm telling you, she can't put her hands on me. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, stop it! Hey!
Now, I admit you shouldn't put your hands on people, but it used to be where a man would do all he could not to hit a woman. Like, no matter what crazy stuff she was saying, he would typically say, I'm walking away from this. Like, a bigger man would walk away from confrontations with women. But apparently we're living in a day where this has become commonplace. I'm seeing it everywhere. Like, is it just me? Are you guys seeing it everywhere? This is insane. Now, a huge part of this is feminism. Feminism for so long has emboldened women, have basically pushed women away from being feminine and made them more masculine somehow. You would think with a name like feminism, it would mean be more feminine. But no, it has pushed women into this masculine role. And women have suddenly become masculine. I think a lot of this has to do with just society in general kind of falling apart and women not being in their rightful places. What do I mean by rightful places? Well, men were created to be the protectors of women. That's why they are built the way they are built. That's why they were designed and created. God created them that way because they are supposed to be the protectors of women, precisely for men who decide to go rogue and go out of their created roles and decide they're going to be victimizers, right? Is that a word, victimizers? Yes. Men were created to be able to protect women against those evils and against wild animals and all these other things. Women are supposed to be the helpers, the support system. But we have so far ventured from those roles. I think that there's a lot of confusion. And now I am with this push, this feminist push. We can do anything a man can do. I'm equal as a man. I can do this. I'm just as good as a man at this. I'm just as good as a man at that. Well, now what do we have? We have men who say they feel like women being entered into the jail and doing whatever they want to women, because after all, you're equal. You should be able to protect yourself against a man who's 6'4", 300 pounds. Why not? Why not? You're equal, right? The result of these role reversals, the result of feminism doing more than just encouraging women just to be women. Feminism is actually about emasculating men and making women more masculine, basically taking the role of men. So now what we're seeing is all this crazy stuff. Men and young men especially. I can't tell you how many times I've seen young men attacking other young, 20s, teens, beating up on girls. It used to be, this is some new stuff. It used to be where men that was like the line. You did not hit a woman. If a woman was trying to beat up on you or whatever, you removed yourself from the situation. You remove yourself. Now, if you couldn't remove yourself, yeah, you prevent her in any way you can without punching the living daylights out of her. You stop her, restrain her until she calms down. Or you remove if you cannot get out of the situation. But now it's just men wailing on women. This is so insane to me. But this is what we get when we decide we have it all figured out. We don't want to go along with God's created order. Then you get all of this crazy stuff. This is what you get. We're going to do it our way. Men can be women. Women can be men. The roles can be reversed, and we can all do everything the other sex can do. And I'm just stunned. Have you noticed this? Is this a thing that has been, I mean, I know along with everything else, but I don't hear anybody talking about this. And I feel like this is really crazy to see so many men, not just the pervert men. It used to be where a man was called an abusive man, or he was abusive, or it was the crazy guy who was beating up on all the women. But now we're seeing this like in every play out in airports and in public spaces, men punching women. I'm kind of at a loss for words. We really need to, as a society, take a pause. Instead of being so quick to bash each other and so quick to look at femininity as some sort of subjugation or oppression, and masculinity as some sort of toxicity, we need to really take a pause and really think about why we were created differently, acknowledging that we are different. I know there are tons of crazy people in the media and everywhere else, saying that we aren't different, but we are. And there's a reason for that. You're supposed to be the protector as a man. You're supposed to protect women from men who are waiting in the wings to victimize women.
I dare you to try and stop a transgender woman in my presence from using the bathroom. It will be the last mistake you ever make.
That's your role. If you're in a situation where you're with a woman who is abusive, leave. But don't pummel her, beat her face in. Like, this is insanity. Tell me what you guys think about this. Have you been seeing a lot of this? Has this been going on for like decades, and I just am the last one to start to see all of these things happening with men publicly assaulting women like they're another man? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Until next time, ciao. God bless.